What's up, YouTube? Thanks so much for tuning into Game Show Maniacs. It's your girl, Honestly, and I'm here with the official Cliffy J.
Yep, I'm in the building.
Now, today we are going to be talking about the challenge season 41 vets versus new threats. And you guys already know we finna do a draft. Let's go. Team Honestly in the building versus Team Cliffy J.
Yeah, we locked in. We locked in, and you already know we do everything fair around here. We already done rolled the dice, and I came out as the victor, so I get to choose which gender that I want to pick first from, and I am going to go ahead and pick the women.
I was very upset about this, as you honestly fans know, but I'll let him go first, and we're going to get started with the draft. Let's go.
And with my first pick, I'm going to go ahead and choose Michaela Bradshaw. And she is a two-time survivor player, a one-time juror. The other time she got very close to the jury, got snaked by Jay, another challenger. And she is also a two-time challenger. She's a one-time finalist. And what else is there to say about Michaela? I mean, not even what else. It's too much to say about Michaela. I think that everyone knows that she has solidified herself as one of the new bloods, one of the scary young prospects, we could say, coming
100%.
into this season, even though she is on the veteran side. I think that she's obviously going to bring in the exact same dominance that we saw on USA 2. I just hope she's going to expand on her endurance and challenge decision making in the final to be able to get it done. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and pick her at number one, because I think that she has the highest chance of doing that.
Yes, I think Michaela's a great pick. You're lucky you got number one because I was going to snag my girl. You know I love you, Michaela. And yeah, I hope she wins it. So I hope you do have the winner on your team because that's my girl. Let's go. For my first pick, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go with the survivor winner, a dominant female, and that is D. I am really excited to see D come on the challenge. I knew that she already was interested in the challenge and wanted to come on here. So I think she's going to play really hard. And I also think D is pretty badass. She's in shape, and I'm hoping she can win for Team Honestly. Let's go.
Yeah, you never know. Might get a rookie winner out here. Might get a rookie winner out here. And with my second pick, I'm going to go ahead and pick Ashley Millionaire Mitchell. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've probably said this in one of my videos recently that Ashley is someone that's up and down a lot of times in her career. And she was on the down as of recently, and not really from a competitive standpoint, but more from an outcome standpoint. And I think that since Ashley is still competitive, we're going to be seeing a very good version of Ashley, especially on this cast. I've talked about it a couple times. I think this is the perfect cast where Ashley can flourish. And I think that's what we're going to see.
For my pick number two, it took not much thought, but I'm going to have to go with one of the best challenge champions, and that is Cara Maria. I love Cara. I think she's so badass. She's an elimination beast, and she is a threat to win the whole thing. So I'm hoping she can maybe find some footing and find the Lions, maybe shielded by Theo, maybe. Who knows? Maybe Theo and CT, who knows? But I definitely am super excited to see my girl Cara come in here and show us why she's one of the best challenge women.
Yeah, nah, man. I don't see her being able to work with Theo simply because I know Theo's going to be working close, which is going to be crazy. Is that Derek's going to work closely with Theo, but not Cara, just because he's from the UK. Because if Theo was in the US, he would be also be MAGA. But Derek's going to work against Cara and Bananas and probably CT because they're MAGA. So I would assume Theo and all them are gonna also ride on that wave because that's their people, Olivia, Theo, and all that, Anaya, and all that. You feel me? That's gonna probably be the alliance. They're probably gonna be running stuff because they're a little younger too, so they're gonna be able to fit in with the rest of the crowd better. They're gonna actually want to hang out with them and dance and drink and have fun. So
Well,
we
fingers
already
crossed
know.
that she's
You feel
okay.
me?
Like,
But yeah, nah,
I hope not.
bro. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be crazy for them. And with my, I think, third pick for these ladies, I am going to go ahead and pick my rookie female. You feel what I'm saying? My woman rookie. I'm going to go ahead and pick another survivor. I'm going to go ahead and pick Sydney. And she's someone that I had up there with D as like my prospect that I really want to go on the challenge. Been saying this for
Really?
years, and this is something that I really wanted. Every time that I've thought about women I want to go on the challenge, it always came right to her because obviously other people got to go on the challenge USA and stuff like that. You feel me? So it was harder to have them in my thoughts.
Right.
But this was like the number one pick for me. And I think she's gonna do really good. I think her gameplay fits better for a game like the challenge, a little bit more upfront. Um, and yeah, I think it's gonna work. I think she's not gonna be scared of any of the vets, and I want to see that. And I think she can actually compete. She's gonna be physical for sure.
For my next pick, I'm gonna go with Lika. I think that she looks really strong. She was from the Ultimate Challenge Canada or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
And I know they're supposed to do like, what is it, like rock climbing, all types of different shit. So she got a lot of different skills, hopefully. And yeah, I'm excited to see what she can do for the rookies.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think she is a force to be reckoned with. It's just I think that she's gonna be, similar to a Michaela. Not in the way of where she's gonna kind of shoot herself in the foot, but I think that off rip, they're gonna look at her and be like, nah, bruh. Nah. We ain't trying to compete against Shorty. I think all the girls are gonna be like, nah. Because if you look at the girls in this cast, where is like, okay, not all the girls. Because Kara's not gonna be worried about her. You know what I mean? Kara ain't gonna be worried about her. Aviv probably ain't gonna be worried about her. You feel me? Michaela probably not gonna be worried about her. But every other girl, Michaela might be, because Michaela is very strategic. So she might be like, even though I feel like I could beat Lika, fuck that. I'm not even gonna check it out. I'm not even gonna check it out. I don't even want to check it out. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? That might be the vibe that she's on. You feel me? But I think all the other girls gonna be looking like, no, we're not facing her. It's okay. We'll rather have a couple of us have to lose to her in elimination and get her out from, wear and tear, rather than have to actually face her in the final and be getting straight dog. Because she's also a former athlete from what I was able to see too. And it looks very athletic. And I heard that she did very well on Canada's Challenge or whatever it's called. So I just think she's gonna be a beast. So I definitely think that's a great pickup. I just know they're gonna be at her, bro. I just know they're gonna be at her. And for my next pick, I definitely debated this heavily, but I decided not to make it complicated for myself and just go ahead and go with Aviv. And I debated long and hard, but I know at the end of the day, usually when we do these drafts, it's a little bit of a point system to it and stuff like that. So I do want to play it safe. Instead of going with the person that I think is guaranteed the longer, ride there, I'm gonna go with the one that I think has the higher chance of putting me some points on the board.
For my next pick, I'm going to go with a comfortable choice. I don't necessarily think that she's going to win, but I just feel like she always makes deep runs. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Nani.
Mhm.
I think Nani is a really good partner. I think she complements people really well. And if she has a really strong partner, she's able to add to them and be a fierce partnership most of the time. So let's go, Nani. I'm hoping that you're here for a win and maybe we'll see.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick Olivia. This is actually the person that I wanted to pick when it was debating between Aviv and someone else. So I'm happy it was able to work out like this. I think she's guaranteed for a long run. She's went very deep on her first two seasons. One made it to the final, got injured, and one made it to the elimination right before the final. So I know she has that type of potential. So I'm gonna hope that she can get all the way to the end on this one. And even if she doesn't win, give me some points on the board.
For my next pick, I'm picking another new threat. Let's go. I actually am picking Izzy. I think Izzy looks very athletic. She's very fit. So I think she might do good at the challenges, maybe. We never know. I think her being like kind of smaller may be a benefit, but I do know if it's a physical elimination, she's probably done.
I'ma just keep rocking with the vets that I know are gonna be aligned with each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Naya. Because I know she's gonna be aligned with Olivia and them. She should be in a good position unless motherfuckers just want to be turning on her and stuff like that. So yeah. She's also a solid enough competitor to where, and she also has enough experience, and we've seen her compete enough to where I know she should be able to rock with these rookies. It shouldn't be like she's getting cooked out here. She should be able to rock with these girls for sure.
I hope so. I feel like Naya's like she totally I don't know, I feel like maybe her head's not ever in the game good enough. Maybe that's what I'm what she's missing.
I think more recently her head hasn't been as focused on competing and stuff like that, and more about the vibes and trying to enjoy her time there and being dependent on and things like that. Her game hasn't really has been focused like on the game as it used to be. Like if you look at early in her career, she was someone that not the greatest competitor, but she tried hard. There was no doubt about that, and she was there to compete. So yeah, I definitely see the fire is not as much there to be like a winner and things like that, but I think that's also her belief is she probably can't win. You know what I mean? I think that she started to really kind of believe in herself a little bit, during the back half of All Stars. And then she didn't really have that same, endurance because of the vaping and all that making its effect on her. So she didn't even, have that faith in herself on 40 to probably even be able to get it done type shit. You feel me? But yeah, nah, I definitely think Nia has a pretty good chance.
For my next player, I'm going to choose the last vet that we have on the table for the women. I really think that Anissa is going to get in elimination, possibly, and smack down one of these girls, or maybe get carried by a good partner. I'm not really sure, but I feel like Anissa, she finds her way to maneuver through these damn games. She really does. And she never wins, but sometimes she makes it deep. And, I know she's an elimination threat. So let's go, Anissa.
I think that it's really so unfortunate that I gotta say this, but it's every time now. It's almost every time. It's not every single time, but it's every flagship season. I'm predicting a lower leg injury for Anissa on this season. Likely early in the season. Could be in the final. We seen it on that one, but it's more likely going to be early to mid during the season. She has a lower leg injury, or we could see another shoulder injury. But I just don't really see it for Anissa this season, just based off of injury history, and she's aging. So I would assume someone that's injury prone is probably going to continue to be that. That's really what that comes down to. And with my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and go with another person that's really low on our power ranking that we did. I'm gonna go ahead and pick America. And the reason I'm going with America is because I just had a dream where America got paired with Theo. And I don't know. I just feel like that means that she's gonna make it deep in the game. I don't think she's gonna actually be paired with Theo, but I think she's gonna be paired with a very strong male competitor, and they're gonna be able to carry her through the game because she didn't win any challenges on Big Brother. And everyone's gonna say the comps weren't equatable. The comps weren't equatable. Well, the challenges on the challenge are not equatable. They're not equatable under any stretch of the imagination. Are they equatable? Now, that does mean that she will be able to be carried by her male partner, but we will also see her looking significantly worse in a lot of the challenges than the rest of the girls. I feel like, especially if she makes like top 8 girls, top 10 girls, we're gonna be seeing her looking terrible.
For my next girl, I'm going to go ahead and pick Arian. I think she is like a fitness influencer, if I'm not mistaken, when I did look at her Instagram. I obviously don't have high hopes for her. That's why she's picked so low to the bottom. But she's from Married at First Sight, so maybe she'll be in a showman's. No faith in her though, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I don't really think she gonna be doing too good, but you never know. She could showmance it up. And with my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Tay from Big Brother Australia. And I'm picking Tay because she won the game. And that matters. You feel me? She won the game. Even though it was voted on by Australia, she won the game.
Well, I know for a fact I was never ever picking Tay. There's no chance. So for my last person that I have to get by proxy, it is Blue Kim. I'm actually not mad about having Blue Kim on my team. I think Blue Kim may, be able to use her good personality and get in some alliances. And, if it's a partner style type thing, I think she'll be able to complement her partner. So I'm excited to see what she can do.
You thinking too much, bruh. At the end of the day, did Blue Kim win? Did Tay win?
Tay sucks.
At the end of the
Tay
day,
looks like a
you
weak
thinking
bitch.
too much.
And now that we went over the girls and we got our teams together, y'all let us know in the comments whose team do you guys think is better and who do you think is actually going to be the female winner of the challenge this season? Because I would love to know your opinions. Now, without further ado, we're going to transition over to the men. And I get to go first on the men. So I'm going to start the draft off by picking Turbo. I know Turbo's going to have a huge target on his back, and there is somebody else that I could have picked first, but I love Turbo, and I think Turbo is really smart. He's a really strong competitor. He has good endurance, and he's an overall final threat. So I'm hoping he can. His social skills are so terrible, but I'm hoping he can be partnered up with somebody who's going to help him prolong through the game and at least get to the end. Because I know if Turbo can get into the final, Turbo's going to win. And I also trust him in elimination, and I trust him just period. So
And the next pick for the official Cliffy J team, the first male pick, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Theo. And it's a few reasons why I'm picking Theo, but the main just of it is the fact that I know he'll be positioned pretty well, having allies coming into it, also being pretty sociable himself. You feel me? On top of the fact that he is also very good in eliminations and a really strong athlete overall. So, even though he's not the greatest in the mental compartment, puzzles, math, and stuff like that, he has shown the propensity to be able to do these things in the finals. So I think Theo has the highest chance of getting it done. So I'm happy I was able to get him. Let's go.
for my second male pick, I'm going to go with another vet that I think is the shit. I have a lot of people. Well, I'm going to be going based off of overall skill set, not necessarily who they're going to be aligned with, but I'm hoping for the best. I've got my boy Rogan. I'm excited for Rogan to be back. It's been a very long hiatus, and I think Rogan is going to be back and better than ever, ready to kick some ass.
I think that's a really, really good pick. I rocks with, Rogan's skill and ability in the game. I think very highly of his skill and ability in the game. So it's a really good pick. You know what I mean? I can't really hate on that one at all. And the next player that I am about to pick is Will from Are You the One season 9, no, 7 or so. Are You the One? He's from Are You the One? Very, very, very polarizing character on the show. So I know that he's gonna bring the personality, which is great. You know what I mean? He's probably gonna be saucing up. I could see him and Nani having a showmance. Like I could see that for sure. Like out of all the people, I could see him and Nani having a showmance. And then on top of the fact that I could see him doing a showmance, from what I was able to see, he seems like a pretty solid athlete. And I just feel like he has the personality that would have always, meshed well with the challenge. So I think he's a really good pickup for the rookies.
So funny that you said Nani and Showmance because the next person that I'm going to pick is actually rumored to have been messing around with Nani in the challenge house. I'm going to go with a new threat, young Cedric. I think Cedric is going to be hopefully a power player. I know Cedric is a really smart guy. He's from the military, so he's strong. He knows how to get through those grit and grimy situations. And he probably can run a fast ass mile, which means he's probably good and fit for the final as well. So I'm happy to bring Cedric on my team. I think he's the best rookie that we've got yet.
Yeah, no, I definitely think he's a really good rookie choice. I beg to differ, you know, with Rogan. I mean, not Rogan. Rogan is crazy. No, I beg to differ with Will. I can't believe I said Rogan. That's crazy. I beg to differ with Will, but obviously, you feel me? That's a good choice though. And with my next rookie pick, I'm gonna just go ahead and this is actually one that I'm just hoping that can actually do well, and not because I want them to do so well. I just have a feeling. So I think it's kind of, I guess it's having a feeling. I'm letting the feelings take over rather than my, actual analysis, because it's better athletes from what I know. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with Leo from Are You the One? Damn it, come on. I'm gonna go with Leo from Love Island
Love Island.
season 5. I actually watched this guy's season thoroughly, and anyone that's watched this season knows, he wasn't the best guy on there. So he is in a relationship, but I don't know if that'll stop him from what we've seen on the show. I don't know if that'll stop. But not even worried about the showman stuff. Just from an athletic standpoint, he has a physique that, screams athlete. And then he's also someone I'm pretty sure as, in the football growing up and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna let that take over on the athletic side. And I'm gonna let the fact that I would assume the challenge gods are gonna be on his side. With him having the personality and, the followers and, the history of reality TV, stuff like that. I think that his transition to the challenge is going to be pretty well.
I'm going to go ahead and snag a vet that is very seasoned, but also high variance. So, not necessarily a safe choice. But if he can go from fat to fab, then he can win it all. So I've got CT coming over to Team Honestly.
Yeah, I definitely like the CT pickup, but I've since changed my opinion on how good I think he's going to do since we did our rankings. And that's just simply based off the fact that bro was looking Teletubby-ish going into this season.
Fat.
Like, come on,
looking
bro.
like a fat ass.
It's like every season we think
Biggest
he's looking
loser
bigger. It's like,
contestant.
come on, man. You was looking too big, bro. You round, bruh. But yeah, that's the only reason. I think it's just, this might be too much of an insurmountable one. It's like Dirty 30. It's too big. Don't matter if he tries. He's going to be too big in the final, bro. But yeah, that's the only reason I ain't pick CT, because that's a great pick, obviously. With my next pick, I'm just going to stack my team with rookies. And I'm going to go ahead and pick Gabe. I don't know why I thought she was going to pick him, but, she's more of a vet head. I'm going to go threat head. You feel me? So I'm going to go ahead and pick Gabe, WWE, so he is athletic. And if we look at the prior history of professional wrestlers on the show, we got Mike the Miz, one of the greatest of all time. So yeah.
If anybody watching this video watched Cliffy J's video, you guys already know how I feel about Gabe. I think Gabe is about to be a Chauncey remix, so I don't want him on my team at all.
Chauncey?
But we'll see. Chauncey. Since he does want to talk about me liking only the vets, I actually had a new threat that I wanted to bring on my team. And I already know that Cliffy J was never going to draft him, but I got to show him some respect and some love, and I'm putting him on my team right away. So I've got Yermi. Very handsome, love his hair. Maybe he can flow well, maybe he can swim well. We'll see. He's the Amazing Race. So I know with the Amazing Race, you got to have a few different skill sets and facets. So I'm hoping he can bring the best to the challenge and do good for my team.
Yeah, I feel you. I was never going to pick him because I know he had a terrible average placement on there. So I was never going to pick bro. but I understand the pickup. The next player that I am about to pick is a vet who
Derek.
I don't think that he's about to do very well, but this is the point that we are in the rankings. I just see this person making it far. They usually are able to. They had a couple seasons recently where maybe they didn't look as good as they used to, but even that version of them, I think, can make a deep run on the show just based off a social game and, being a little bit intimidating, from back in the day at this point. So,
Leroy is definitely a surprising pick, 100%. But I'm a huge fan of Leroy, so I'm happy that you drafted him, and I hope he does great.
yeah, nah, you'll see why I picked him. I'll say it in a little bit.
For my next pick, I'm going with my favorite dog, and that's Derek K. I think Derek is a beast. I'm hoping that he's healed from that injury that we've seen him sustain, and I'm hoping he can come back, get in a good spot, and hopefully not be targeted as much as other people that he may be aligned with. And if he is, I know Derek can go into elimination and kick somebody's ass. So I'm just excited to see Derek back on the screens.
Yeah, okay, I feel you. I feel you. That's definitely a good pickup. We know Derek is one of those dogs for sure. And for my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Ben Davis. Whoa. Nah, yeah, I'm picking Ben for two reasons. One, because he's a boxer, right? And two, because I seen a clip of an interview where they asked him what was the scariest part or toughest part or something like that. And he said the heights challenges. So I'm just gonna assume that's not the first daily, and then just assume he's gonna make it more than just one daily. And you feel me, right? Hey.
Now, I know my team has a lot of my challenge faves, but now I'm going to choose one of my Love Island faves, and that is Jake. I think Jake is a little short stack, but he looks mighty, he looks strong, and sometimes the smaller guys actually do good in the challenge, like Paulie, Derek K. Sometimes they can come in there and do good. So I'm hoping Jake can get his alliance with the boys, because I know he's a boy's boy for sure, and I'm hoping he can, maybe even win some challenges, maybe win a daily, put on for the short guys.
So yeah, my next pick is another rookie. Whoa, bro, I'm picking all the rooks. But nah, I'm picking this guy because I know he has an athletic background. You feel me? He got an athletic background. And I've already decided I'm not picking any old dogs. I don't want to teach no old dog no new tricks. I want all new dogs that can learn to play the game and then whoop some old ass. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Justin from Cheer. You feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and pick Justin from Cheer, and I hope he can cheer his way to the finale.
To bring my team to full circle, I'm going to have to choose my last player. I'm choosing a challenge GOAT. We all know who the hell this is. Johnny Bananas. Johnny doesn't need an explanation. Johnny doesn't need an introduction. Johnny doesn't need shit. We all know Johnny. We know that he's a 7-time champ, I think. I'm pretty sure. He's the shit. He can come in here and he can possibly make it to the final again. He showed that that old dude still got it. And I hope I'm as active as Johnny when I'm at his age, because he can do the damn thing. He's very athletic still, might be pulling the muscle a little bit. His brain might be a little bit foggy, but I have faith in Johnny that he's going to at least do the best out of the old guys.
I mean, you don't feel that way. You
What?
don't feel that way because you would have picked him before the round mound to rebound and Derek. So you don't feel like he's gonna do the best of the old guys.
Derek is not as old as him for me.
And who's older, him or the round mound to the rebound?
Who?
CT. Charles Barkley.
I mean, we all know CT and Bananas are on the Challenge Mount Rushmore, so you can pick either or in any order.
And with my last pick to round out my team, the GOATed team, the dream team, the best
Get
team
to your motherfucking
ever,
pick.
the greatest team of all time, and probably the best team I've made in a while. No, it's not. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick Derek Chavez. Of course, I wanted him on my team so bad that I let him wait in the back because I thought, save the best for last. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like
So
me and
I
Johnny.
let him just wait in the back. So yeah, I think Derek, he's gonna be aligned with people that I said are gonna actually end up running the game. Bro's just gonna be aligned with too many demons. Like I think that at the end of the day, if CT and Turbo's getting into it, Turbo's probably gonna be riding more on the Theo side. And if he's riding more on the Theo side on that side, bro, it's done. It's done. You ain't beating them in a final. Derek.
No, he's
son,
not.
This ain't Kyle in a water final, son. This is a real final.
You're not.
You feel me? This ain't Kylan in a water final, nephew. You're done. So I don't really trust that Derek will be. Derek's getting fraud checked. Period. I said it in another video. At the end of the day, it's time. It fraud happens. Checked. Yeah, bro's getting fraud checked. People starting to get a little too high on him. They're getting a little too glazy. It's not working, bruh. He's cooked.
Now, with that rounds out our team Honest Lee, boys and girls, and team the official Cliffy J, boys and girls. Let us know in the comments below whose team you guys think is better. I know you guys think it's Honest Lee's, because why not? And also let us know your opinions in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for our updates with our leaderboard.